see what we're doing.
No, I met Rodney when I was 13.
Okay.
So this was back when he was working on Invincible. I met him at Neverland.
Okay.
You know, I was hanging out with my uncle, and he was, you know, they would have a setup back in the theater room that, actually, it's funny, at Neverland there wasn't a studio there because that was the one place where he would go and just kind of clear his head. So Rodney made him set up a studio in his dance room so Rodney can, you know, bang out and make beats. And so that's kind of how we met, because I saw him there and I was just being the little rascal and I was just like, hey, what's up? And we played basketball, we hung out.
6, 7, 8, boom.
You want my target?
Shoot, boom. Boom.
He literally told me what he was going to be and what he was going to do, and he was like, you know, I'm going to work with you, and we're going to work together on my album. And I'm looking at this 13-year-old kid, and I'm seeing all this ambition in him, and it reminded me of myself. The first time I met his uncle, I met Michael when I was 16, through a friend of Teddy Riley, and I looked at Michael the same way, and I said, I'm going to work with you someday, and you know, and I believe in when you speak things into existence, you know, it can happen, and I just told him to be ready, and I said, I'll be ready when you're ready.
My last name's Brown.
Right.
And, you know, I can't help where I come from, but I love where I come from.
Right.
Well, I mean, for me, I mean, my uncle's the reason why we're all here doing this. You know, he gave his life to the world through his music and for helping others. He's the best that will ever do it, the greatest to ever do it. And he's been one of my major influences in my music and obviously in my life. You know, and you'll hear that influence, and you'll hear George Michael as an influence, and you'll hear Prince as an influence. And that's just what I grew up around listening to. And, you know, I'm just fortunate enough to have been in a situation where I can bring that out.
There has been moments, and I haven't really told him this, but there has been moments when I listen to a part in it, and it's like, whoa, I get goosebumps because it just really puts me in that mindset of MJ, like certain things, and that's amazing to me. You know what I mean? Because it takes you there for a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was a sponge, and like for me, like the excitement for me was learning how to play a song and then playing it for somebody. Like, I remember my brother-in-law, Rex, who taught me how to produce, he would show me how to play like a Janet song or something. And then I'd go to her and be like, watch this. You know, I wanted to learn the songs, play the songs, and then get the reaction from playing it and showing people. You know, I wanted to figure out the music, not just be around the music. It was really important to me to develop. You know, first and foremost, music is a privilege. It's not an entitlement for me. So I wanted to just get better and get to the point to where I felt like I was ready. And I did it, you know, I did it on my own. I wanted to write with my own people, meet people for myself, and really go through the grind that everyone has to go through.
Problem getting into my move where I go on the ground and pick it up. That's my
Why?
problem.
Because your shoes?
No, it's this jacket cuts off.
Yeah.
Because when I do that, I gotta get all the way back, but this jacket doesn't let me do it. So I just gotta figure out a way to get to my hands.
My uncle, he was a stickler on that. He always told me the melody. Be true to the melody. Be true to the melody. Melody's key. Michael even said that to you, right? Melody is key. So that's what we really tried to do with 85.